All right, hello and welcome. Brett here with clickmail.co. In this video, we're going to go through just kind of the flow of steps that will happen when a user interacts with the website, with your website, and what happens with all of these terms that we've been talking about. What happens with tags, what happens with containers, and all of these things. So I will be referencing some notes here. So the first thing that's going to happen is a user is going to visit the website. So when the user goes to your website, it's going to load the website. When the website loads, the first thing that is going to happen is the container is going to load with your code. So this is the Google Tag Manager container. And remember, the container is what holds all of your tags. So the first thing that's going to happen when the user shows up is the container loads, and then all of your tags are going to load in the container. Then what is going to happen is the user is moving around the website and all of those tags having triggers that set those tags off. The user at some point is going to interact with something that is going to trip one of those triggers. And so the trigger is going to detect the action of the user on your website for the specific thing we've chosen to look for or track. So the trigger is going to detect the action, and then the tag is going to collect that data. Oh, someone clicked on that button, the trigger just told me, and the tag is going to grab that data, and the tag is then going to transmit that data to an endpoint. And so that could be Google Ads or Google AdWords. It could be any number of other softwares. It could be a tracking dashboard for a client. You can send them in all kinds of places. There's not really limits on where you can send it. So the tag is going to, the trigger is going to trigger. The tag collects the data that says, hey, the user did this, and it's going to transmit that data to whatever endpoint you've set that up to. And then that data is going to be reported. So let's just say we're reporting on Google Analytics. And so Google Analytics is going to say, hey, you had one sign up, if that's what you named it. And then when we get enough of that data, say over 30 days or 90 days, you and I, as marketers, are going to go into that data. We're going to analyze that data and say what's working, what's not working. And then lastly, we are going to optimize our approach. So, if we're offering a free ebook on a website and we start tracking that information and we see, oh, look, there's 10,000 people on the website and no ebook downloads, we either know that that's not working or that nobody wants our ebook. And it turns out we wrote the ebook on how to bake cookies on a marketing site. And of course, nobody wants it. And that data is telling us to optimize, make something different, something that's going to be more appealing to the audience. So what do? We go and we optimize. We make a new ebook, maybe about, let's say, Google Tag Manager, how to do Google Tag Manager in marketing. And then what happens? It's the most interesting and amazing subject. Everybody wants it. We set up a new tag to track it. And then we look at that data again and we say, oh, look, so many more people want this. And then we optimize from that data and say, how do we make that even better? So we're continually collecting the data, analyzing the data, and optimizing our approach and making our marketing efforts more effective as we look at that data at the endpoints where we have transmitted it to. Now, I will say, if you're not familiar with data, analyzing data, we have a course on that. I recommend you go check that out. It's Intro to Digital Data, and it'll just give you the basic rundown on how you're supposed to use data, what it's for, why it's important, and how we use it in optimizing it. Breaks down that process. But with the user flow here, Neil, do you have any other additions or comments you want to make on that?
Well, so far, so good.
All right. Good deal. Thank you so much for being here in this video. In the next video, we're going to start getting exciting. We're going to get into Google Tag Manager, and we're going to start an account build so you can see how it's done in real time. We'll see you there.